Hello? Yes. I don't know what the hell is happening. Hey, girl. I don't know what the hell is happening. Like, this is crazy. I can't bring this other screen in. Child, they making me tired. They are making me tired. I'm just trying to show y'all that see they hating. They hating. They don't want me to share this information with the people. Let me try this. Okay, we're trying it again. Let's quit. Because I'm trying to bring this chart up so y'all can see. I am trying to bring this chart in so y'all can see. And StreamYard is normally so much better than this. Hey, girl. Like, listen. StreamYard normally does not do this. Let's say StreamYard sharing the window. I don't see no window. Hold on a sec. Okay, let me try this. Let me see if this makes it better. Yes, Kevin, StreamYard is acted up today, honey. And it's crazy. So I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't get this in here for y'all. Okay. Boom. There it is. Yes. Got it. Got it. Okay, I had to kind of update my browser a little bit. Okay, we are here. We are here, and I am sniffling because it is cold. Anything under like 74 degrees is cold to me. I'm sniffling in this lobby. Yes, we have the chart, honey. The chart is here. Okay, let me go and get some shout outs. There was some people here before. Everybody else got to come on in. I had to restart the streams. Smith and Wesson. Hey, boo. Cecil Morris. Sleepy B. Kev. Okay, Donna is back. Yes, we have the chart up. Yeah. Yeah, the chart is up, honey. Oop. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to be nice. Y'all notice I have not posted a Chucky meme to my community wall in a couple days. I'm trying to reform. I'm trying to do better. But the petty in me just continues to rise to the surface. And I'm said, Q, you are going to be better. I said, yes, girl, you're going to be better. So I'm not going to be petty because there's a lot of, in a hotel lobby, there's usually a lot of interesting action going on. And baby, um, yeah, yeah. So, yes, girl. Okay. So I think you all know what has happened. And again, I was thinking, like, what is this the shot heard around the world? Because, if you live under a rock, if you live in a box in the alley, if you live anywhere else other than a civilized nation on planet Earth, you may not have heard about the firearm unaliving of the CEO of United Healthcare, Mr. Brian Thompson. And I will say that um, I do feel for his family because for someone to be taken from you in this manner, um, unalived, violent gunfire, that's you know, no family should be dealing with that, right? Mr. Hoodoo's brother was violently red rummed in 2017 from gunfight. Okay. So you know, a family dealing with a red rum like that, and especially around the holidays, I do feel for his family. He has a wife or a estranged wife, someone he made children with, and his children, they had a father, right? Um, so as someone that has experienced a family member being taken from them in this manner, I do feel for them. I definitely feel for them. You all know my uncle, he just passed. My uncle just passed, and his funeral was this past Thursday. I was not able to go. It was not a violent end to his life. He was sick and he was ready to transition, right? But I recently had a family member to transition, this time of year, it's the holidays, family time, so again, I feel for Mr. Thompson's children and those who truly loved him and cared for him, right? Because it is hard. It is hard. With that being said, I think this is the shot heard around the world, and the conversations around this event have been very interesting. If you are one to partake of those conversations, reading on social media, conversations in the news, very, very, very interesting. So I did like any other respectable astrologer would do, especially we mundane astrologers. Um, there is an event chart. There is an event chart of what happened New York that morning. Um, there's a lot going on here. This looks like, quote unquote, a simple chart, but upon further inspection, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. And I will not be here forever tonight going over all of the things. Tomorrow, I do believe I'm going to bring in another chart to have a deeper conversation. But for right now, we're just going to look at this event chart because there's a lot going on. Yes, you said you were shocked, girl. Yes, yes, you were shocked. A lot of us was just like, what? Like this happened? And then I think the next day it kind of went into, you know, um, it went into, okay, this is there's levels to this, right? So, there's levels to this. And let me just do some things here. And I had to restart the stream. So I'm doing some things on the back end. Okay. Uh, yeah. So, okay. Let me go into something else here. Okay. All right. Boom. All right. Cool. Just had to fix some things on the back end. But yeah, this was Smith and Wesson said I was shocked. Return of the Mac says what's wild is the meeting he was on his way to started on time, like they didn't care. Yeah, there have been a lot of reactions, conversations, commentary about this. But let me just tell you this chart right here, the memes, the listen, I am not one to be crass, but when you let me just get into the chart. Let me just get into the chart because there is so much to unpack with this. Okay. Now, okay, we're going to start with some basics here. This happened at 6:44, maybe 6:45ish in the morning. I think the authorities arrived around 6:46 a.m. If I'm remembering the reports correctly. But yeah, so one of the things that first drew my eye to this is we have a major T square going on here. This is some potent action, potent energy going on here. But yeah, so being that this is a night chart, the sun was not up yet. The sun did not rise yet. Venus is the benefic, the most malefic in this chart is Saturn. Okay, we see Saturn sitting down there in Pisces. Saturn is no longer retrograde. Saturn went direct in Pisces, mid-November, around November 15th. Um, the sun is in Sagittarius. Sun is in Sagittarius. Girl Lala says, "What meeting starts there early?" I guess theirs do. Hey, Fifi girl, how you doing? I guess their meeting does, but yeah. So yeah, this is just a deep chart. Okay, so Sun is in Sagittarius at 12 degrees. We can see that Mercury is retrograde. This was during the Mercury retrograde. Mercury is opposing Jupiter. So this chart overall, this chart is a chart of energies that need to be released. This is a chart that is representative of energies of we need to stop pulling the wool over our eyes. We need to acknowledge the shit that's going on, and we need to figure out how we are going to press forward. Okay. That's pretty much the energy of this chart. Okay. That's pretty much the energy of this chart. The chart is very telling. So, one of the things, like I said, that drew me to this chart, looking at it, we have a major T square going on. Okay. We can see Mercury. We can see Mercury at 16 degrees. Mercury is retrograde. We have Jupiter at 16 degrees. They are opposing each other. That is this opposition here. And then we have both the Sun and Mercury squaring Saturn here. We have a little light square here with Jupiter squaring. Jupiter is squaring Saturn here, but this is major, major T square energy. This is the energy of something has to be done. Okay, there's too much conflict. There's too much conflict. We need to figure out what the hell it is. How are we going to get through this? Okay. How are we going to get through this? Because Jupiter is just like, well, I want to do my thing this way. The Sun and Mercury, I was like, nah, we should do it this way. And then there's the squaring energy, but the Sun and Mercury are squaring Saturn. And then we have Jupiter squaring Saturn. And, some people say that with the T square, looking at the apex of the whole situation is how you're supposed to figure it out. Some people say that, yeah, you're supposed to look at the opposite, this opposite area of that chart. But baby, this right here, this chart is we need to figure out how to do something because this shit in the past, this shit is not working anymore. This shit is not working. Okay. Looking at the Sun and Mercury together here. Okay, so we have a lot of the identity of this event, of this shooting, of this killing, of this unaliving. It has taken off on social media. We can see this here because Mercury and Jupiter, they're sitting in mutual reception, right? Sagittarius is a sign ruled by Jupiter. Gemini is a sign ruled by Mercury. They're sitting in mutual reception. We have seen how this event, how this has blown up. The conversations in the media, the conversations that we're having amongst each other in our homes, the conversations that we're having via social media. This is something that has blown up. This is major, major energy here. This is major, major energy here. The way this conversation has not only blown up, has proliferated, but the way that it's now being talked about in terms of those who have, those who don't have. This has brought upon us conversations about class struggle, okay? Class struggles in the United States, people who have power, who do things to people who do not have power. And this is exactly what we have here, okay? This is exactly what we have here because we can look at Jupiter. Jupiter is aligned with kings. That's king energy. That's big man energy. That's big business energy. Mercury is a personal planet. This was, for whatever reason, personal to the shooter. And we can say that the shooter was represented by Mercury in this opposition here. But in this case, Big Bank did not take Little Bank. Little Bank took Big Bank. So this is the conversation, and how the conversation again has grown into not just an unaliving of someone in power, someone who ran a very large company, but this has now turned into conversations of oligarchy, how the United States is turning into an oligarchy or has become an oligarchy, how legal it is for corporations and big businesses to do things to you, to harm you. And because it's legal, there's nothing you can do about it. We're supposed to sit there and take it. That this is what these conversations have become, how they have transformed. Okay? How they have transformed. Okay? Now look into the bottom part of this chart here. Again, we have Saturn in Pisces, and Saturn has been in Pisces since last year, right? Since March of last year. Y'all know I'm a Pisces sun. You know, the things are happening, but part of this Saturn in Pisces is just like, we need to take a look at all of the things, all of the different wool that has been pulled over our eyes, and we need to examine it. We need to go sit in the corner and examine what the hell is going on, because we are examining these structures. We are examining the old ways. We are examining all the things that people said were good and they turned out not to be good. We are examining all of these things. And if we examine all of these things with truth, okay, because Saturn is about truth, okay, Saturn is not here to tell stories. Saturn is here to wash away all the illusions that have been given to us through signs like Pisces and signs like Neptune. You see, Neptune is down there. Neptune is down there in the underworld. Okay, the fourth house. Neptune is down there in the underworld. Neptune finds its home in Pisces, but as you can see, Neptune is retrograde here. Okay, the red in the degree numbers means retrograde. Neptune is retrograde here. Neptune is almost at a critical point. Neptune is retrograde here. And as much as Neptune likes to be nebulous, to be murky, nebulous finds its home. Neptune and Pisces go hand to hand together in the realm of dreams, in the realm of the unconscious, in the realm of illusions and disillusionment. Neptune is retrograde. It is time to wake up. It's time to wake up. This shooter felt like the only thing that he could do, looking at this chart, felt like the only thing that he could do was take some type of action. Okay? And then you can see it here. We have Mars and Leo, and then we have Pluto in Aquarius. Now, Pluto has just turned into Aquarius. Okay? Pluto is here in Aquarius, right? Look at this power dynamic. Look at this power dynamic here. My man's, and I say that loosely, Mr. Luigi, or whatever his name is. I don't know. The man had 15 trillion IDs. I don't know what his name is. This man, for whatever reason, felt like the only way out was through a very, very public action. He felt like the way out, or the way to make his voice heard, was through violence, through struggle, through war. Okay? And he brought war to the forefront. This is here in the ninth house. Ninth house is a very, very public house. He thought that the only way through, the only way to figure this out, he had to act with violence. Okay? Look at this here. We can also look here. We see Uranus. Okay? Uranus is conjunct Algol. Algol again. Remember when there was an assassination attempt on Trump back in July? Okay? That Algol was sitting on his midheaven. I think it was conjunct Mars. Baby, this was sudden. This was violent. This was meant to be a shakeup. This was meant to be a shakeup. Okay? It was meant to be a shakeup. This was supposed to rattle not only this industry, but the people of the United States. This was supposed to rattle us. This was a shock and awe campaign. This was a successful shock and awe campaign. Okay. The conversations that we are still having, okay, and the way that, you know, other CEOs and the way that people in the media want us to feel sorry, want us, the non CEOs of mega corporations, the way that they want us to feel sorry for Brian Thompson's loss of life, and the way that a lot of people don't feel sorry, they are angry at that. But even more importantly, some of them are afraid. Again, this is bringing up issues of big versus small. We have small versus big. This has brought these issues up. And a lot of people, those in power, are scared of what this has the potential to do moving forward. Okay. Look at this. We have the moon and Venus, they're in a loose conjunction down here in the second house, okay, in Capricorn. So, yeah, this is the people are now having these conversations about how does my policy work? I've been denied such and such claims. My family members have been denied claims. What do we have? Why am I paying all this money for health insurance when you're just going to deny my claims, when you're not going to give me the medications that I need, when you're going to leave my loved one without the treatment they need, denying these claims? This is major. This is major. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you're looking at it, Luigi, if that's his name, he definitely has the love of the people right now. These people here, they are scared. These people here, they are scared. They are afraid. Okay? They are afraid. Okay? So again, what is this going to do? Because Sagittarius, the sign of the archer, right? That's fiery energy, that's expansion energy. What is this going to do? The energy around it is the energy of success. And is this going to firestorm into something else? Is this going to transition into something else? Based on, and I'm basing this only on the conversations and the energy around this event. I mean, unfortunately, he was going to be successful in doing this. And listen, there were some contradictions there. But he felt he had to do something so heinous because this is the only way it's going to get people's attention. Unfortunately, and listen, a lot of people don't want to have the conversation. I see a lot of people, and everyone is entitled to their opinions. I am not stomping on anyone's opinions. What I will say is that as it pertains to change, when things need to change, you need a catalyst. And sometimes the action that needs to be a catalyst for change is not going to be talking. Okay. We see a lot of times, there are countries that come and the countries sit and we're going to talk peace accords and peace accords and peace accords and peace accords and this, that, and the other. And I get it. A lot of times we do have to use our words, but sometimes words don't do anything. Sometimes words don't do anything. Um, Sometimes words don't do anything. Okay. How many times have people had to tell a bully to leave me alone? The child told the bully to leave him alone. Can you please leave him alone? Teacher telling them to please leave him alone. And then the only time the bully gets some of that act right is when their ass get kicked. Sometimes the only get right is your ass being kicked. And some people don't want to realize that that's how it is. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes people gotta catch that fade. Sometimes some of that get right is the only thing that people will understand. And when we are talking about, so many of us are talking about change, we're talking about revolution, something has to give. This is the something that had to give. Fifi says, I feel sorry for his son, but not Brian. I felt his soul was gone when his company denied people's claim to their health. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. This is a David and Goliath energy going on here. This is big versus small. This is a this is I don't want to say this is the beginning of a class fight, but this is definitely a lot of people waking up to the reality of the bullshit that is happening. Okay. Heaven says exactly. That's the only time they learn. Yeah. How many times has forgive, and let's sit down and talk about it? How many times has that worked? How many times has that not worked? Okay. I have been seeing stories in which, let's say, someone was going to the pharmacy to pick up some medicine and, you know, they can't get their medicine. And, you know, is the supervisor here? Oh, they hurried up and got their medicine free of charge. The fact that there were so many people, um, presidents, CEOs of companies, taking their pictures and names down off of websites, that says something. The fact that some of them are thinking about security, because before, none of this was a consequence. Before, they were doing bullshit and getting away with it. Luigi, okay, Luigi, if that is his name, his action has people thinking about things. Exactly. This is what they are afraid of. Kevin says, this is why I don't understand why people don't want to riot or revolt like they should. What we experience daily is madness. And this is the exact conversation that the powers that be don't want we little people to have. Okay. What have I always told you all? Learn you some magic, learn you something, because this is not a level playing field out here. Okay. This is not a level playing field out here. The powers that be do not want revolt. Okay. They don't want revolts. They don't want riots. They don't want burn this shit down and let's start over. Because they know it will be their heads on a chopping block. They don't want, what was it, the Dark Knight in Batman? The Christian Bale Batman movie? The Dark Knight? When people was like, nah, you are here sentenced to, you evil landlords and all of you other evil politician people, y'all are now sentenced. They don't want that. And the fact that this event is either starting or resurfacing these conversations, the people are running scared. Yeah. Even prison. Yeah. Yeah. And this is what they don't want. Exactly. Exactly. So this right here, listen, he has, this event, oh, the people are loving this because now there are conversations being had about what do we really own? What do we really possess? Okay. The people, the little people are having these conversations about what do we own, what do we possess. Okay, this is in Capricorn. Capricorn is Saturn like structures with some of that financial backing, especially because this is the second house of money and possessions, right? The people are having these conversations. The people are having these conversations. And notice that this Venus is right here. It is conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. Okay. This is Saturn energy where we are examining what the hell is going on. Okay. Because again, remember, and we kind of see it. We kind of see it. We see things changing, right? We see how people are no longer, quote unquote, fucking with influencers because all y'all do is lie. We're seeing the lies from governments, from corporations, how they hide things from us, how they keep people down. You know, more and more conversations about eat the rich. Like all of these things are happening for a reason. Okay. All these things are happening for a reason, baby. And you know, the North Node, this is moving into action. This was a day of action, and he had the support of the spirits, of the gods, of the stars, whatever it was. He had the support. He had the support. The energy of this day is very, very telling. This energy is very, very, very telling. This was easy for him. And yeah, he may not have had the best plan. Right? He may not have had the best plan. But baby, this right here, little bank fighting against big bank. This is a very, very telling. This is very, very telling. Now, I will say that I have looked at this chart in comparison to the United States Sibley chart because even though this is an event that happened to a person, done by one person, happening to another person, I really feel like this is something that needs to be examined against the United States Sibley chart. And we will examine how this fits into the United States Sibley chart. What kind of parallels or, information that we can discern from that. We're going to do that tomorrow. But yeah, this right here, this was a chart where there was just too much stress and something had to be done. Something had to be done, and it is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. Smith and Wesson says they are afraid because they cannot see him coming up. Return of the Mac says, I can imagine all the fan mail he will receive. Miss Anonymous says, oh, it's coming. Fifi says, making profits by denying people's access to their health care and letting them suffer is to crime. Absolutely. And the fact that whether you like AOC, the politician AOC, whether you like her or not, she's pretty much just like, yeah, insurance company have been legally killing people for years. The fact that she doesn't feel sorry, in his alleged manifesto, he mentioned Michael Moore, the documentarian who created the movie Sicko about the healthcare industry. I think that was back in 2007. Michael Moore doesn't feel sorry for the gentleman that lost his life. Michael Moore doesn't feel sorry. Michael Moore is just like, he's with it. Michael Moore is with the shits. Okay, he didn't raise Luigi on a pedestal, but Michael Moore is with the shits. The fact that there are so many people who don't feel sorry for Brian Thompson's loss of life is very telling, and people are scared. Kevin says anything and anyone that we the people support against the corporate pigs is what they fear will happen. Yep. Them shareholders didn't miss a beat. Hey, girl. Kevin says, who needs the best plan when you have the support of the public? That support is the main thing that matters. Absolutely. And he definitely has it here. He definitely has it here. He has it here, honey. He has it here. So, again, the question is, this event, how much has this event really changed things? Okay. At least right now, some of these people are out here scared. Some of them right now out here scared. If you out here doing wrong, then you probably should be scared. Y'all know me. Y'all know Q doesn't do forgive, and I don't deal in people doing wrong, hurting other people for no reason. I don't deal in that. So you can say that Q doesn't feel sorry for Mr. Thompson. Q does not. And if I lose followers over that, it is what it is. Q does not feel sorry for someone who has the ability to kill people, unalive people, with a stroke of their pen with a business meeting. Okay. When you could do right, but you choose profits over what's right for people. Q doesn't feel sorry for people like that. Okay. Q doesn't feel sorry because you're supposed to do right by people. But the fact that, and again, these are conversations about greed. The greed. We've had Pluto and Capricorn for so long, and now Pluto has moved into Aquarius. Okay. All of that corporate structure, building up profits over people, all that stuff. These are the conversations that are being had. It has been a very interesting 10, 12 days um, since this has happened. It's been very interesting. I'm enjoying the conversations. Yeah. And now they're doing things with AI. Listen, whatever happens is going to happen. But I know that for this gentleman, um, again, I know his family, I feel for his family, but someone knowingly out here harming people, denying people's claims when healthcare is a right, just like housing is a human right, access to healthy food and water is a human right. Like all these things are human rights, and you're denying people human rights. I don't feel sorry for what happens to you. I just don't. Candy Me says, I don't feel sorry either. The medical insurance is barely paid to Dr. Right. Yes, Miss Anonymous says, and people say karma is real. Oh, they believe now. You do medical billing? Oh, yeah, I have a family member that does medical billing. Listen, I am grateful that Mr. Hoodoo was able to get Mr. Hoodoo had surgery on his back, on his sciatica nerve in November of 2022. But I did magic to ensure that that issue would be healed and taken care of for him. I am pretty sure if I had not done ritual magic to help heal my husband's sciatica pain, he might have been in some shit like this. But because I did magic, not only was his surgery scheduled immediately, it was done quickly, it was done correctly, and he is 100% healed from the sciatica nerve issue. Once again, this is why Q tells you all learn something. Okay? Learn something. Learn something. Okay? And if you feel like you need to, create a covenant or whatever to right some of these injustices, go ahead and do that too. Go ahead and do that too. You do medical billing? Yeah, I have a family member. I have a family member that does medical billing. Baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, this was a very, very interesting chart. I mean, a very, very interesting chart. Yeah. So yeah, Jupiter, retrograde in Gemini, seventh house of partnerships, business relationships, contracts. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And this was the seventh house. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Making this a worldwide conversation. Okay. Again, conversations about things that we have, how health insurance is, but is for many people a scam. How you have these exorbitant high ass premiums that a $6,000 premiums and all like that you got to pay before you can get some help. Um, All of this is, it's a topic, and the conversation is about who has access and who doesn't, and how it affects us personally. Okay. How this affects us personally. How this affects us personally. Candy Me says, I have horror stories how shady the medical insurances are. I get petty with them to get doctors to get paid. See, you shouldn't even have to do this so that doctors can get paid. You shouldn't even have to do that. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Mr. Hoodoo, like I said, I had to do some magic, a couple of years ago to make sure that he had the surgery. And, and like I said, he has been completely 100%, he got what he needed. But I know that if I didn't, he probably would still be dealing with that. And Lord knows I cannot pick up a 6'5", 300+ pound man up off the ground. I can't do it. Q is only 5'1". Okay. Q is not picking him up off the ground. So I had to get him this surgery so he can walk. Okay. So that he can have strength in his foot and not have the nerves in his legs and his feet deteriorate. Right. Because that's where it was headed. So, like I said, this is a chart that is, as simple as it is there's a lot going on here. And this is a powerful chart. This is a powerful chart. And when we do our comparison, when we overlay this chart with the United States Sibley charts, there are some very interesting things happening there. Time will tell if this event will be a watershed moment in which will push some form of revolution or change as far as healthcare in the United States goes, or as far as big business and oligarchy in the United States go. Hey, Clarence, how you doing? Yes, Mr. Hoodoo is 6'5". Mr. Hoodoo is 6'5". Yes, Mr. Hoodoo is 6'5". So this is a conversation. Like I said, there were a lot of people, so many people um not really, you know, happy about not really happy about us not being happy about us not caring about it. Um, and they just have to go suck a lemon. They just have to go suck a lemon, and you know, and please understand this. I want to say this. Please understand that it is completely okay for you to feel a way about another person gunning another person down, but understand that the corporations wanting you to feel sorry for them, feel sorry for him, is them trying to manipulate you into feeling for him instead of feeling for people who lost family members and lost lives because of the ongoings of big business. Again, this is a conversation that they don't want to be had because this is a conversation about revolution. Remember, we were talking about Pluto and Aquarius things. This could be, I mean, Pluto is, you can see it there in the chart. Pluto is in Aquarius at 0 degrees, and that is pretty much a serious degree too. It's not the anaretic degree, but Pluto at 0 degrees Aquarius. We keep talking about revolution. We keep talking about change. And like I said, we're seeing this happen slowly over various phases of society. You know, we're seeing the downfall of mainstream medium. We're seeing the end of celebrity worship. We're starting to see the end of quote unquote influencers and the lies and how many of them are untrue. We're seeing a lot of things beginning to change temperature here in society. Right. So we're talking about Pluto and Aquarius, all these other different things that are going to be coming up, that are going to be happening. Saturn is going to be moving into Aries. Neptune is going to be moving into Aries. We're going to have Uranus moving into Gemini. Pluto is here in Aquarius. These outer planets, along with the inner planet transits, they're going to be doing some things. They're going to be doing some things and stirring things up. And I feel like this chart and this event, like I said, this could be the beginning of revolution of some sort, or maybe not. But um, Kevin says you reap what you sow. Yeah, you got to be out here doing right. You have to be out here doing right. Yeah, exactly. And what they don't want is all of us banding together to fight them. This is what they don't want. This is why so many of them are upset that we don't care. That we don't care about him. Because if we don't care about him, then we won't care about them either. If something were to happen to them. Okay? So I just want you all to understand the emotional trick bag that's trying to be played on people. Because this is astrological and this is esoteric at the same time. Okay, this is a spiritual conversation as well. Understand the emotional trick bag that they're trying to give you. Understand that. Okay? Understand that if so many of us are kept divided and we're fighting amongst ourselves, we cannot get together and fight them. So understand that is at the basis, at the root of why they are mad that we don't care about this guy getting killed. They are afraid that we will come together and fight them. So yeah. Kevin said I sure don't care. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. So, it is what it is. But yeah, this is a very interesting chart. This is a very, very interesting chart. And like I said, when we overlay the Sibley chart with this, it's going to be interesting. And you're going to see why I said what I said about is this the beginning of quote unquote change and or revolution in this country, right? This wasn't a quote unquote fun stream. This wasn't a drill stream. This wasn't a we gonna be nosy as far as what's going on with such and such. But this is a very I feel like this is an important topic. This is an important topic, and I really, really felt like it was something that we needed to discuss. Especially, yeah, I just felt like this was important to kind of cover just a little bit. Yeah, let me see what you all are saying. Kenny Me says, to be honest, I'm more surprised it took this long for that CEO situation. Many doctors are quietly not accepting any medical insurance. It's only cash. Yeah. Fifi says, people like Brian make big bank on people suffering. They don't like poor people and working class people. Absolutely. But in order for there to be a poor people or a working class people, you have to have quote unquote someone on top to look down. This is greed. This isn't about being in business to make money. This is greed and doing wrong at the behest of people suffering. When you are doing wrong and you're getting paid from doing wrong, that's wrong. That's unacceptable. I got you, Kevin. Return of the Mac says some of the comments on the World Wide Web had me listen. Some of the comments were taking me out. I found some interesting memes. I found some interesting memes of quote unquote Luigi online. Oh, I sure did save them to my phone, honey. Because yeah. I remember seeing a story a few days ago where a woman just said the words deny, depose, defend, and someone sent the police to her house. Sent the police to her house, and she was arrested because she said deny, depose, defend. These people are some of them are really shaking in their boots. So, some of them are really shaking in their boots. But those of us who are, a lot of times, people don't want to hear me talking about like magic and spirituality and stuff like that. But make no mistake about it. For those of you who are Black Americans, if you are a hoodoo, a lot of times that hoodoo work was retribution and justice work. Oh, you not paying me back? Oh, you're not doing right? A lot of the work in hoodoo was justice and retribution work. Okay? So there is a reason why some of these 6Fs don't want you to learn certain different things. Because if you can learn some things, now you can whoop their ass. Okay? So understand those who are hoodoos, who may be a hoodoo or whatever, maybe a lot of hoodoo work. Not only was it medicine for what was going on with you, but a lot of it was retribution and justice work. And baby, the unaliving of Brian Thompson, this is esoteric justice work right there. And they don't want you to revel in it because this is justice work. Oh yeah, they expect all of you to stick together. They expect everybody to stick together. But yeah, a lot of conjure work. Okay, a lot of hoodoo work. Baby, that's justice and retribution. Okay, sometimes the spiritual medicine is an ass whoop. Okay, sometimes it is. Return of the Mac says when they don't do right, they begin to believe they are untouchable, baby. And Luigi rocked their world. Okay, Luigi said, "Brr, brr, brr," and that was it. So, like I said, this is why those conversations. They don't want those conversations to be had. So understand that. Understand that all of that and also understand that all of that forgive and turn the other cheek, baby, that's to condition you into being railroaded. You are conditioned to get your ass beat and just sit there and take it. Okay, that's what forgive is, for you to be conditioned to get your ass whooped and sit there and take it. Y'all laughing. Y'all laughing. That's what Taz would say. I had to invoke the Taz the goat on that one. I mean, but literally that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. You know, y'all remember that? What Marie Antoinette said? Let them eat cake. Yeah, they said okay. Marie Antoinette and all them, they got their stuff. Oh, let them. Oh, you want us to eat cake and not food? Okay. So listen. This is why This is why there's no forgive for Q, because you can do right the first time. When you don't do right, when you do clown shit comes back to bite. Okay. Right. Right. Exactly. Yep. Conditioned to accept less as well. I mean, and these are conversations that are happening everywhere. In the workplace. Because listen, the fact that there are all these people out here, they're trying to get jobs or whatever, you can't get a job. Like, some of the foolishness that you see. If you go on Reddit, there's a sub called LinkedIn Lunatics. The crazy things that these people say on LinkedIn. There was somebody who was trying to interview for a job and they asked what the salary range was. And the interviewer or CEO, whoever it was just like, why are you asking about money? Because we need money to live. Like, I work for a wage. You have to tell me what the wages are so I can even think about whether or not I want to pursue this job any further. So, the fact that they're talking about, oh, money isn't everything. I want you all to understand and think about the things that you have been told for so long that have conditioned you. Oh, money isn't everything. Oh, you got to give 110% for the team, or oh, this, that, and the other. Or, just like the people, they want you to come back from working from home. They want you to go back into the office. Baby, if your job can be done on the internet, you don't need to go into the office. So I just want you all to think about all the different things that you have been told for so long, okay, and how it has conditioned you to not do anything. It has conditioned you to accept less, to not question the status quo, and to not question what the hell is going on. Okay, so I want you all to understand this. These are the conversations that certain people are afraid of because of this incident. Yeah, right. I need some money. I need some money because these bills don't accept the grocery store does not accept kindness. The grocery store does not accept um love and a servant's heart. The grocery store wants their money. Okay. When you pay rent, when you pay mortgage, you have to pay money. Okay. Fifi says, went to church weeks ago when they were trying to find Luigi. A priest was rambling on about violence and anger. I felt that he might have mentioned about people not caring about the oh yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely want you to listen. Like I said, ain't no forget Q doesn't deal in forgive. Yeah, the grocery stores barely have workers. But they may barely have workers, but if you go in there and want to leave with your salad mix, your potato chips, your chicken wings, and your Pepsi, or whatever it is you get from the grocery store, whether they have workers or not, you still have to pay for it. Okay, you still have to pay for those goods. The cost of acquiring goods and services is money. Okay, they barely have workers because, and I'm not gonna get into my whole conspiracy theory and put my tinfoil hat on, but you know, the panini of 2020, right? When we were all well, the state of Georgia was never inside during the panini. The state of Georgia, we did what we wanted to in Georgia. We didn't care about them lockdown rules in Georgia. I know Q was outside. Q was on vacation. But I will say that once they figured out that they can still make the same profit with less workers, where they can make the same or more profits with less workers, and you still have to pay for them groceries, right? This is why there are less workers because you still have to come in and go to the grocery store. Okay, right. And this is what people don't understand. Like, why are you aligning with corporate overlords? Aligning with corporate overlords. It's getting loud in here. I'm about to go into the pool room real quick because they just got real loud. Sun started going down. They start cutting up over here in the lobby. But yeah, why are you aligning with corporate overlords? Why are you aligning with people that don't care about you? Yeah, Georgia was outside during the panini. Yep, we were outside. We were outside. I know because, like I said, I know Q and Mr. Hoodoo went on vacation. We sure did. We're like, oh, okay, yeah. We had a good old time. We went to Cancun for a good week. We had a good time in Cancun. We came back. We had a good old time. Sure, we went on vacation again and went on vacation again. We were out. Jordan was outside during the panini because we were just like, nah, we not gonna be locked down, nah. Um, but every place is different, right? Exactly. This is also these conversations of when you're seeing people who have PhDs, right, and you want to pay them a salary of $30,000. Yeah, okay, sure. These are the conversations being had. These are the conversations being had. So you know You said Candy Me says Cali was indoor. Yeah, we know y'all were indoor. See, since we moved to California, we understand that a lot of people here follow instructions. They follow the rules. The HOV lane says it's free after 5 o'clock, and nobody would get in the HOV lane. The HOV lane only requires one person after 5 o'clock. There are no restrictions on the HOV lane at 5 o'clock, and everybody's still in the other lanes. Q jumps in the other lane because the restrictions have ended. Okay, you can now go in this lane. The speed limit say 35. Everybody's doing 35. Everybody. Some of them are even doing 30. This is California. Okay. People follow the rules. People follow the mandates here. Georgia be like, no. And see, Q is a rebel. I'm a natural born rebel. So, Q is a habitual lister. Q is gonna test them boundaries. That's who Q is. So like, nah, I ain't paying attention to that sign. Uh, yeah, we went to Cancun. We had a great time. I got a great tan. Mr. Hoodoo and I got slizzard on the beach. It was absolutely wonderful. We had a great time. Yeah, Cali is different. Fifi says, I don't agree with the priest. I sympathize with people who don't have much money and don't have access to health care. I felt he was out of touch with people who work but don't have much. That is because they keep selling y'all this forgive. Turn the other cheek. I am not going to sit here and let somebody kick my ass. I'm just not going to do it. This is what religions have been telling you for the longest. Forgive, especially Christianity. Forgive. Turn the other cheek. Okay, just wait for somebody else to do it. You getting your ass kicked, and we're just gonna lay here. I forgive you for beating my ass. What? Hell no. Hell no. No. So understand that these messages, there's a reason why religious institutions they don't have to pay taxes. They're making all these money. These mega churches. These priests diddling the children. The scandals. I mean, come on now. Forgive while they collect your money and beat your ass. You know. Um, you know. It definitely ain't me. It definitely ain't me. So, like I said, these are the conversations they don't want us to have. These are the conversations they don't want us to have. They don't want us to realize that they out here beating all our asses and we need to get together to stop this bullshit. And this is the thing. We have not seen anything different in behavior. The behavior has only gotten worse. The behavior has only gotten worse. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to download this video and show y'all. Yeah, can I download this? Can I save this? I'm just looking at something happening in some mega church in Texas right now. This. Let me send this to myself because I'm gonna have to share this with y'all at some point. Like this is the bullshit I be talking about. So yeah, I know this turned into something else, but this is pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back. That's pretty much what this is. The straw that broke the camel's back, and how so many of them people they are. Some of them are becoming afraid. So it is what it is. Do you all have something to say before I get out of here? Does anybody want me to drop the link or anything? Do you all want to say something before I get out of here? Listen, I feel that. I feel that. Because I'm about to get out of here and go upstairs. But yeah, when we look at this chart, hopefully sometime tomorrow, looking at the charts because I think we'll have time tomorrow. I'm going to San Diego tomorrow. I think we'll have time tomorrow to look at this chart. The US Sibley chart and this chart together because it's real interesting. There are a lot of comparisons here. It's real interesting. It's real interesting. Yeah, so let me do this. I will drop the link just in case anyone wants to say something before we get out of here. Because this is bigger than this is bigger than our This is bigger than just someone was unalive. This is an event that is sorry. Yeah, this is bigger than that. So I'll put it there just in case. I'll give it a few minutes just in case someone wants to say anything. Um, yeah. What DS thing, Kevin? DST thing for Trump. You have to tell me what it is. And right now I'm redoing like stuff on my website and stuff like that. So my emails and stuff are kind of down right now. Um, just FYI. So if people have emailed me, I have to get back to you once that stuff is taken care of. But what DST thing, Kevin? Fifi says, I'm hoping changes in healthcare insurance companies would change, but maybe they won't if new CEO could. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm fine with it. There are plenty of places around the world. Like I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Personally, I'm tired of this changing my clocks twice a day shit, twice a year shit. Personally, I'm tired of it. The world existed on one time for a long time. It was just one time for a long time. I understand time zones, but um changing my clock twice a year, I'm tired of that. Like I think Mexico doesn't do daylight savings time. It works for plenty of other places. The time is the time. Like I'm tired of this shit. Um, that doesn't bother me. Yeah, the time is the time. The time is the time. Yeah. What is going on here? Yeah, the time is the time. What people were doing fine 200 years ago. The time is the time. Okay, the time changes. Daylight and sunlight. According to the seasons and the turning of the planet. Like we don't need to change all these times. Listen, it's already hard enough. I went to Atlanta last weekend and I was so jet lagged. Flying 5 hours one way, 5 hours the next. I was so jet lagged last weekend. I was literally almost sick. Um, just leave shit alone. Like I'm fine with that. But I mean, even that is daylight savings time really important right now? In the midst of everything else, is daylight saving time really important right now? It's not. It's not. We have bigger things to deal with. Daylight savings time is not important. So yeah, it's stupid. Candy Me says Arizona doesn't do that, but if you drive through Navajo land, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you do it, you don't do it. Listen, we tired. We're tired. But like I said, this is the least of our worries. I think I saw some politician the other day, or just recently. No, this is earlier today. Some politicians like, yes, due to my legislation, we now made the eagle the bird of the country. Is that really important right now? Who cares what fucking mascot the United States has? No one cares. No one's day is being ruined because we as a country have not chosen a mascot. This is the bullshit that people are talking about. The unimportant things. And then things that are important, they deny. So like, no one gives a shit about if we have a national bird or not. No one gives a shit. But this is the bullshit, right? The things that are being pushed out for us to consume instead of the important shit. So, you know, right, right, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. So, yeah, yeah, no, I for real, I saw that, and people were just like, no one gives a shit about the bird. We have bigger things to deal with, like what these companies that are buying up all the houses, and then these landlords making it legal to charge, you know, increasing the rent by $500-600, or increasing the rent so much that you move out so they can get someone in to pay all. Like, we have bigger fish to deal with than the fucking bird in the United States. Right. Education. Right. Making people stupid, because if they're stupid, then they won't be able to understand what the hell is going on. And then they can't fight you because they're dumb. They don't know that they're being hosed. They don't know that they're being played because they're dumb. So the dumbing down of the country. Like, there are so many different things going on. So the fact that this shooting has roused people out of their sleep, they don't want this. Girl, I can't tell you. Honestly, I don't care. Listen, I used to enjoy living in Georgia in the spring when the falcons, the birds of prey would actually be out because they'd be popping them squirrels off because the squirrels were being disrespectful around my house. So I actually enjoyed seeing the squirrel population decrease because the birds of prey were out there getting them squirrels. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, you know, insurance companies no longer providing house insurance, but you have a house and you need house insurance, but they're not going to provide you house insurance. But if they do provide you house insurance, now the premium has gone up 100, 200, 300%. There are real issues that need to be tackled. Okay. But, shit will not change until more people are, and, revolution takes place. Right. Y'all, y'all laugh at me. Don't tell me to go to the wall. Listen, I was here for them falcons picking off them squirrels. Oh, you gonna leave them empty acorn shells on my front porch? Because they will leave the empty acorn shells on my front porch like every day. You can crack them shells and, like, in the grass right here. They will leave the empty acorn shells on my front porch daily, and then they got picked off. You can hear them scurrying across the top of the roof, and then they got picked off. So birds of prey out here, go and do your thing. So yeah, yeah, the amount of security you need, yeah, yeah, for an apartment. The cost of birthing a child, like, healthcare should be free. But once we have turned everything into, capitalism, and everything into a damn commodity, there's a problem. There's a problem. Healthcare should be, you have a human right to healthcare. Yeah. Or when you get like these, these it's like stuff on your car, like car insurance. Car insurance don't want to pay it out, or now your car is totaled that they don't want to fix it. Just all types of shit. Right. Drones popping up everywhere. Drones are popping up everywhere. They talking about, we don't know what's happening. We don't know what it is, but there's nothing to worry about. But you out here talking about the goddamn eagle is now the official bird of the United States. This is what I'm talking about. This bullshit. All this bullshit. So just understand that this chart was a very powerful chart, and we will see how much of a catalyst it may or may not be. This event, we'll see how much of a catalyst it may or may not be as it pertains to what needs to change in this country. And matter of fact, just globally, because there are some things that are just happening globally that shouldn't be, right? But I can only speak for the United States because this is my country. Um, we'll see. We'll see. Will this be the watershed moment? Will this be a moment that we look back towards, that we look back at, as it pertains to, you know, changes that need to be had in this country? The big business, the protected businesses, right? Things like that. I'm going to try to put together a timeline too of different things so we can see how things have played out astrologically. But yeah, this shit right here, yeah, this is some. I hope revolution comes. I really, really do, because I can't be the only one like angry at shit all the time. I need for everybody else to be angry at shit, and I need for everybody else to pick up pitchforks and get out here and let's wreck some shit. But that's just me, because um, I have my natal Mars is in Aries, and we always ready to tear some shit up. So um, I'm always ready to, because that's just me. I'm always like, I'll put their head. And Mr. Hoodoo was like, no, we can't do that because, we have to. I'm just like, no, no, we need to deal with it now. Like, no. But that's, like I said, that's just me. I have to keep it. I have to keep it simmered down. So, but anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I love you all. Thank you all so much for being here with me as we kind of talk about this chart. I hope to bring up the next chart tomorrow with an overlay so we can kind of talk about things. Because I feel like I really feel like this is important. I love to see the man get what they get. Um, we have to. We have to. We have to stop this bullshit. But in order for us to stop this bullshit, we can't sit here and feel sorry for people who are screwing you, right? All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get out of here. I love y'all. Thanks y'all for being here. I'm gonna see y'all hopefully on the flip side. All right, bye.